improvement in your process. That is called Kaizen. Okay, it's not all of a sudden nothing is going to change. Okay, under the Kaizen, every day small change which will accumulate and then bring better revenue. Okay, that is your Kaizen. Okay, the steps in the Kaizen. One is, first thing what you need to do is, first you have to say the problem. What is your problem and what is the solution? And for that, you have to identify your goal, objective, and deliverable need to be listed down. And use the phrase in the Kaizen event worksheet. See, Kaizen, you have to maintain a worksheet there, and what are all the things on a daily basis you are going to do and how we are going to do that. And the Kaizen is not a single man's activity, it is a team activity. You have to train your team, and then everyone has to bring one small improvement on that particular day. Okay, team member receive training and specific tools and tasks needed during this particular project. See, whenever you want to implement any of the Kaizen, especially when your project has a lot of a quality error, okay, we can implement this kind of Kaizen activity. So the Kaizen activity, what we need to do is, we have to first call the group, okay, talk to the team, understand what is our major challenge. That you need to list down, okay, what are all the things you are going to do in the Kaizen sheet, and then ask your team to get trained, and then they will bring the improvement on that particular area. Okay, so usually the members will be asked to collect data on the base decision. Before we take any decision, we ask the member to collect the data. What are all the problems? So that's what, for example, as I told you, one quality is an issue for the particular project. So what we'll do, we'll include all the people and say that based on this particular measurement, we identified this is the area we need to improve on, and we will work on it. Okay, how we are going to stop it? That's the way we need to work. Identify the areas of improvement. And then here, by doing this, you have to formulate your ideas, determine the root cause of the problem, and then evaluate the proposed improvement. And recommendation is to be prioritized. How we previously know that, right? We form a group, brainstorm it, and then all the ideas will be placed in the chart, and then we will prioritize which need to be started on. And after that, we are going to do a implementation and the monitoring. Okay, what is the difference between Kaizen event and the Kaizen blitz? Okay, Kaizen event are focused on improving the entire value stream, such as these projects typically occur over several weeks. Okay, this is what your Kaizen event. Kaizen event, see, for example, we discuss about the value stream mapping, right? One process, what are all the process flow we have, each process flow is called the value stream, and we need to improve on. And then the complete process will be improved by, it will take one segment of the process, and then we'll go back and then rectify it. So here we are going after the things that are little higher up from those smaller Kaizen blitz. So Kaizen blitzes are the smaller event. Kaizen event is a segment of the event. Okay, for example, it is a one event. Is a, say, for example, it is a multiple events. Okay, for 10 events are put together, 10 Kaizen blitz are put together, it will come to a Kaizen events. What is Kaizen blitz? So Kaizen blitz, we are trying to do these events over a very short period, typically over 3 to 5 days. Okay, and we really want to go after these to the low hanging fruit at a very specific goal. See, I'll take one scenario. See, for example, as I told you multiple times, okay, we may come back and then we will check that. We will take one scenario. For example, Trizeto. Okay, we'll take one project where we are doing a CND. So CND, you know very well, we are going to charge the claim for every billing, right? If you refile the claim, you're going to bill the client. Okay, so the certain amount you're going to bill the client. So when you're filing the claim first time, you have to send through Trizeto, it is accepted, right? So when you're refiling the claim second time, okay, you are doing your own check, right? You are checking the claim is accepted or not accepted, and any rejection you are working. After that also the claim is not reaching your payer. Okay, and you are refiling it again. So we'll take that as a Kaizen event, and we are trying to fix it. Okay, that's our project. We want to know how to reduce our refiling cases. So that will become your project, and that project you have to go back and then educate your team. Okay, for example, you'll come here. So you train your team saying that what is our project is altogether. So project is, we should not unnecessarily refile the claim. It should go through the clearinghouse only one time. That's our target. So we'll go back, understand why we are refiling it, on what scenario. The payer, whenever we are calling the payer, are we checking with the EDI department? So, okay, ED department says claim is not reached them. Are we checking with the TriZetto? So we are doing that kind of analysis and we are bringing that process into the straighten up. Okay, that's called your Kaizen Blitz. This is one particular segment we are doing. For example, Kaizen event, one particular full project we are taking. For example, we see that how we can improve our 90 plus or how we can improve our AR days. That's our project. That will become your Kaizen event, right? It will not be completed within a week. Okay, it is a continuous process. What is your inflow, how it is billed, what is a lag, and then how the claim is getting reimbursed. All these parameters will be bring it, and then every aspects the team member has to bring the improvement on one segment on every day, right? So what will happen is this Kaizen is every day team will join together and then they will come to the Kaizen board and then they will see what is the things they are identifying and it need to be run through the Kaizen board. Right, that's the way it will run. Okay, Kaizen Blitz is a smaller event, smaller one, and Kaizen event is a bigger one. It's a lengthier process. This is a smaller projects. Okay, this every team member should be involved. Then only we can get the results of it. Okay. Any question here, Kaizen? How many people are there?
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Okay, fine. Okay. So we'll move to the very important topic for us, which is a control chart. Okay. So control chart, actually, I did one change in the flow. Okay. Control chart itself, they have two different topics. I combined that two into a one single one. Okay. So we'll take some more time in explaining the control chart. Control chart is very, very important. And you should know how to draw a control chart and SPC, okay, statistical process controls. These two are very, very important one, and you should know how to run it. See, you would have been seen that we are tracking for a denial. Okay, it's not only used for denial. Whatever the process you want to bring it into a control, you can use this one. Okay, and the control charts. Okay, so control chart is not only one type what we are using. We have variable control charts are available. Okay, multiple control charts. If you see here, there is IMR chart. Okay, X bar R chart, and then X bar S chart, C chart, U chart, NP chart, and then P chart. These are all the type of charts are available. And mainly we will define that control chart by variable data or discrete data, continuous data or a discrete data, right? What is continuous data? It is a measurable, divisible, right? That's a numerical data. Attribute is nothing but true or false or good or bad. That's your discrete data. So when you're having a number, okay, and there's a variable chart, if a subgroup is size is 1, then you can go for use IMR chart. And if it is no subgroup size is 2 to 10, you will use X bar R chart. And if it is greater than 10, okay, we'll use X bar S chart. See, for example, to give us some heads up, okay, for example, we are doing a quality analysis for one project. Okay, see the quality, I'm asking my quality team to run a report based on my action codes. Okay, AR report we will take. Okay, in that I have around 10. Okay, for example, 8 subgroups are available, 8 action codes. I want to ask him to put a plot in the control chart using this 8 subgroup. Then he will use X bar R chart. For example, my action codes are more than 10. I have around 15 action codes. So I try to create a control chart based on that. I have to go for X bar S chart. Okay, here the attribute data, for example, yes or no, true or false. Okay, that kind of data. For example, defects. Okay, that's what we are using here as a defect chart, which is a what we are using is a C chart in the chart. What we are using. See here, what we are doing here is we are calculating the defects. The charges, 100 charges I'm entering in that particular month, how many defects came. Okay, for example, I get around 12 defects, 12 denials on that particular month. So I'm taking this count. From there, equally size subgroups. So I don't have any subgroup, right? So I am giving only one subgroup. I'm not splitting that by what is a denial type. I'm not doing it. So I'm calculating everything as a one single one. So I'm using a C chart. Okay, equally size subgroup is not there. For example, I want to include all my denial category also I can do, then I have to use my U chart. U chart and C chart is more or less equal. There won't be any much difference without the subgroup data. Okay, this is very clear. And the defectives, okay, when I don't want to calculate defects, but I'm calculating the defectives. So we already calculated, right? What is the difference between defects and defectives? Okay, if it is a defective calculation and it is equally size, then I have to go for NP chart. And if it is a not equally subgroup, we will go for a P chart. Okay, these are all the some of the type of the chart which we are using. So common, see here the variation you know very well, right? How we are getting a variation. So always if we go any process, we will get a variation. Okay, the common cause of variation is nothing but see stable and predictable distribution over the time. See, for example, I am entering a charge. Okay, every month the exact charge will not come. Obviously, there will be a some fluctuation. Patient count may go up or may come up. These are all common cause variation. All of a sudden, what happened? The patient count is hiking up. Okay, for example, the flu season, the patient will be more. So that will come under your special cost variations. Okay, what is a common cost variation? For example, 2%, 3% variation in the charges are normal. If abnormally we are getting around 20 to 25% hike, then it will become a special cost variations. Okay, this two things, this is a type of chart what we are going to use. Okay, so how we are going to handle our control charts? Okay, so based on your control chart, you are going to take the interferences, which is very, very important. So these are all the types. Okay, for example, freaks. Okay, these are all outside of our upper or a lower control limit, right? You know that UCL and LCL we are following. And whenever the point is going out of the UCL or LCL or on the UCL or LCL, we'll call that as a freaks or outlier or noise point. This is what we'll call that as a freaks. Okay, drift. For example, I have some example and we will do the practically, we'll do the control chart today. Okay, drifts. Run of the 6 or more data points into the either steadily increasing or steadily decreasing, which is called a drift. Okay, your process is moving towards somewhere else, right? And the process shift. Okay, run on 9 or more data points at a row in the same side of the mean, which is called a process shift. Okay, systematic variation. Control chart have 14 or more points that are alternating up and down. We'll call that as a systematic variation. Stratification and recurring cycle. Okay, these are all, you cannot remember it, right? Whenever you have your chart, then compare it. Okay, in which category it is there. Control chart has a pattern of 15 or more points in a row that are clustered around the center line, which is called recurring or stratification we'll call. Recurring cycle, control chart that are demonstrating any other visible recurring pattern or a cycle. See, if it does not fall under this category and then it's giving throwing some error, some pattern, we can consider that as a recurring cycle. So here we have some example for this. So if you see here, this is the interpretation. Okay, we are, see this is your center line, this is your mean, okay, which is a pink color is your mean. And here, this is your UCL and the blue line is your LCL. See, this is our data point. Okay, based on our data trend, we have to understand how the flow is coming. Okay, I have two charts here. The first one, okay, we'll go here. The first one is any occurrence of the point outside either the control limit. For example, this is your LCL, right? Your point is going beyond this LCL point, UCL point, right? This will become your freak. That's what we called here as a freak. Okay, we will call that as a outlier or a noise point. Okay, without any reason, if it is going out, it is an outlier. All right, and it's coming to the next one. Okay, here 2 or 3 points in zone A. See, zone A is nothing but, see, here from your mean to UCL, we are dividing that into 3 different segments. Okay, A, B, and C. From mean to LCL, we are segregating that again, C, B, A. Okay, this is segment we are categorizing. See, when you are 3 points in the zone A, for example, 2 out of 3 points in zone A in the same side of the center line. See, take your 2.2. Okay, if you see here zone A, your 2 points are here. Okay, this is one pattern. Okay, one side of the center line, your 2 points are lying here. And third one, okay, third one, see here 4 points, 4 out of 5 points of zone B are beyond the same side of the line. When your 4 points are aligning here, that will consider as a next pattern. Okay, and fourth one is a 9 consecutive points. Okay, this is what we are saying here. It is a, see here, 9 are process is getting shifted here. Okay. And here 9 consecutive points are lying below your mean and your LCL, that is your process shift. And fifth one, 6 consecutive points are increasing or decreasing. Here, sixth one, if you see here, when there is a randomized up and down, okay, this also is showing a trend line. Okay, how it is moving up and down. See, alternating up and down, which is called a systematic variation. Okay, the seventh one is 14 consecutive points either at zone C. See, it is nearby. Okay, all the 14 points are here. If we compare it, there's a 15 or more points row clustered around the center. We'll call it as a stratification and recurring cycle. So this will be a recurring cycle. This is a normal flow, and it is going to be come again and again, this flow. See, when general, when your process is going outside, your process is not in control. And the same way, when the process is coming with 4 or 5 points in the one single line or 3 points in the single line, your process not stabilized process. And the same way here also, fourth also the problem, you have to monitor it. Here the process is shifting, okay, from one project, it is shifting to other area. So you are doing some changes that bringing here the changes in it, okay. And then this 14 points, okay, this also you need to understand. This your normal recurring cycle, okay, it will go up and down, and then within that it will come, okay. That's the way. See, the interpretation is very, very important, and you should run many of the charts, and then you have to control, understand your interpretation file. Okay, so that's one thing. So here is one more point which I want to show you. The rule number 1 point is beyond 3 sigma control limit. That's what we discuss here also, right? So 1 point is going out, okay. So when it is going out, we'll call that as a outliers. Okay, rule 2, 8 or more points on one side. Here, see, all your points are lying in the one side, center line without crossing. Rule 3, 4 out of 5 points in the zone B and beyond. See here. Okay, and zone 6 points or more in the row stability increasing and decreasing. Fourth one, right? 6. Okay. Fourth one, 6 points or more in a row, steadily increasing or decreasing. Fourth one. So it is increasing or decreasing, but it is in the six rows are in the row. 6 points are in the row. That is rule number 4. And rule number 5 is 2 out of 3 points in zone A. See, when you're touching the zone A with multiple points, that itself is a unstable process, right? That's one. And row number 6 is rule number 6. 14 points in the row alternating up and down. That's what we discussed, right? And the seventh one, any noticeable predictable pattern. See, these are all predictable patterns. You see here, some pattern is coming here. Okay, based on our process changes, some pattern is here. Okay, this is a trend you can identify by your SPC chart or a control chart. By that, you can take a lot of interferences from there. Okay, we'll do the chart and then we can understand. Okay. So this is a process. Okay. So constructing a standard control SPC chart we'll call, right? First step, how to create a control chart. Okay. First step is to plot the data point. Then we connect the data points into time ordered series. And third step is to determine the draw and the center line. Fourth one is draw the upper and then lower control limit. Fifth one, final step is analyze and interpret the chart. So we are going to do this in the chart. Okay. That we'll do now.
Sir, Excel 3.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm going to put it into the Excel sheet. Okay. Let me know you are able to see this Excel.
Yes, sir. You're able to see.
Can you see the Excel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Eric.
Okay. So we are going to run a chart based on the particular denial. Okay. So you consider this as our charge and this your denial. Okay. Okay. So based on that, what you need to do is you have to get a average. Okay. Mean. Okay. Your 90 is your average. So what we are going to do is we'll keep the average as 90. And then we'll keep that as a 90 is our average for all our numbers. Okay. Then we will calculate what is our UCL and the LCL. For that, we need a standard deviation. Okay. So standard deviation. So here we have formula. So here we have to take this and then identify what is your standard deviation for this. So your standard deviation is 0.45. So from here you have to calculate your upper control limit and we are going to calculate our lower control limit. Okay, so what is upper control limit? Upper control limit is 90. Okay, there's an average plus 3 multiplied by your standard deviation. This is your upper control limit. Okay, this is a number.
So 3 denotes 3 sigma, right, sir?
Sigma, 3 sigma. Yes. So here LCL is nothing but the same mean. Okay, instead of plus, you have to do minus 3 into your standard deviation. It's your number. It is equal to this. This is your LCL. See, sometimes what happens is the LCL will go at as a minimal. Okay, it will become a 0 also sometimes. So in that scenario, we will calculate as a, see, if LCL cannot be a negative number, if it is any negative number, you have to convert that into a 0. Okay, that's the way you have to calculate. So your drafting will be between 90, 90.3 and 90. So this is the graph you are going to draw. Okay, between these areas. See here we consider mean as our metric. Okay, so but when we go to our denial SPC chart, we considered the percentage as our modulations. Okay, anything you can do. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do it in a different way so that you will understand. See here, you select your month and select your denial and select your mean, LCL and the UCL. Select all, go to insert and then take this particular chart. Okay. What happened to mean? See, can you see this Excel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can see that, right? See, we are trying to plot the same thing. Okay. So this is a T works. Okay. We just concentrating on what is our 90 plus. Okay. So if you see here, this is your average. Okay. Average is nothing but okay. The NC, the percentage I'm taking an average here. And then the same way we are calculating what is that NCL and UCL, how we calculated UCL is. See, this is my standard deviation, and then I'm calculating 3 into the average. Okay, this is the way we calculated. So based on that UCL and LCL, we are getting this particular plot. So we'll concentrate on the NC side. Okay, if you see here NC, this is our flow from 10%, 8, and then the flow is there. See, if you mark your plot and then if you check it, see here, this is touching your major point is touching there, right? Where your LCL point it is touching. So this is your outlier, right? From the outlier, the point how it is segregating or how it is bifurcating here. See here, when you take the 3 points, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 points are near to your C zone, right? That's one. And if you see here, these are all trending down. Okay, that's the first point. And second thing is here, it is reaching that center point, and then here it is again drifting. Your process is drifting upwards. Again, here is a downwards drifting. So this will give a clarity whether your process is in control or it is a variation is too much. Okay, the same thing if you can check for the Florida. See here, the same thing, outlier, it come down, but it is lying here itself. So when it is lying here more than 6 points, see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 points, that indicates that it is going to go up. Okay, that's a trend here. Okay, if you understand the trend, you can find it here. See here, from here it is a 4 points are drilling down, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the same 4 point it is going to come here. This is a recurring cycle it is showing. There is a trend, right? It will down. Again, it is coming down. Again, it is coming to the down. So this will give a trend line of your process. Okay, that's what we are trying to capture. Okay, this one slide. I will show one more slide there. Okay, we will take MMTX, very peculiar one. One second, let it open. Yep. You see here, this is our one particular project, okay, MMTX. If you see here, this is your outlier, right? This is your chart. This is your SBC chart. If you see, all of a sudden there is one outlier going out of your UCL, right? So and then after that, everything is here. That's what we are calling that as a noise point. Okay, so you consider 201, the number where we got that particular denial. So if you consider, there is all of a sudden there is a 201 denial in the month of July, right? So we have to understand why it is going up. So if we come down for the month of July 201, right? See here, this is your denial trend. Here 163 fall in the category of duplicate, right? Yeah, I don't know whether you guys remember it or not. Remember at the time only the televisit problem started. Without 95, they filed the claim, and then we filed with the 95, all the claim got denied. Okay, this outlier, right? Because of one particular scenario. So this will give an indication to you, right? How your things are trending down. See, if you remove that 201, then everything fall under the same place. Okay, that's a way you are trending down. It's going to show. See here, all your denials are continuously drilling down to the negative row, right? Coming to the LCL only. It's never reaching there. Since we reduce the mean, it is touching up. So that means your process is highly stabilized, right? It's not at all fluctuating. It is going in a clear way. So we will take one more project here. We'll see how it does. So this will give an indication whether we are in the control or not. See here, CN, the trend is coming down and down, right? We are in a good shape here. Okay, and we'll take one more project here. See, too much of fluctuation will be a problem. See here, yeah, it will fluctuate too much. That means it's not stabilized. There are some challenges that it may go up at any time. See here, 4 points are drilling down, but everything is, fortunately, everything is under the mean to LCL level. But even then, your process is not stabilized. That's what your SPC chart indicates, right? See, there's a typical example for the every fluctuation, every time fluctuating projects. Okay, by seeing this, you can understand. See here, 14 points. If you see here, 4 points will be down and 4 points will be up. Again, 3 points will be down. If you take next month, again 3 points will come down. Okay, that's showing some trend. Okay, the process is not stabilized in few areas. See here, 1, 2, 3, 3 points down. Again, 1, 2, 3 down. One touch, again 3 point down. Okay, 3 points up and then 3 point down. So this is a trend it is showing. That means your process is need more attention. It is not stabilized. Okay, that's the way you have to calculate. In some of the lab projects, you can see the trend here. See here. That's what the challenge. Okay, it should be stabilized. Okay, see for 4 points, right? We discussed the interferences, how to get the interferences. This is a challenge over there. Okay, any question here? See, the SPC chart is very, very powerful. Okay, you have to check it. Okay, not only for the denial, you have to check it for the payment posting. Okay, the charge entry and even the production, you have to calculate this trend line. So if you start creating a trend line for your project on multiple process level, you can monitor that very easily. Okay, you can understand, see how the trend is going on, what we need to do, everything you can easily understand by doing this SPC chart.